Okay guys, so I'm going to start a new segment on this channel. It's not Destiny, okay? Just sorry to get your hopes up for any remaining Destiny fans out there. It's gonna be called Podcasterony, or I just record a short little podcast on various video game topics. And today it's gonna be my favorite video game system, and there's my other freaking headset. I'm a freaking idiot. Anyway, so yeah, I've grown up with lots of video game systems. Excuse the audio in the game. Couldn't find a way to turn it off. So you're gonna have to hear it over my talking. But going through the constant, Anyway, so I grew up with many systems, and most of them came from ads on TV that made me want to get them. Not because of hype that my parents gave me or something about certain things coming out. I liked video games since I was 4 years old when I played Grand Theft Auto 3 to improve various skills.
Picking up beacon signals all around.
And shut up, you freaking robot. Sorry, I'm being sidetracked for the freaking game. So yeah, so I grew up first with the original Xbox for about, I'd say, half of my life, and it stretched into another video game era for me, the casual era. So this is kind of in the casual era for me of gaming, where I kind of just did it in some free time when I wasn't playing with toys or, school. Because I just started school and I was still doing that. So the freaking game is loud. Okay, so yeah, through the constant delay. But anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about delays. I'm thinking of something, but then one day I was watching TV. I saw an ad on TV. It was called "We Would Like to Play," and it was the Wii ad that got everyone hooked for the Nintendo Wii. Now, I was hooked just simply on that ad, seeing how you could use the remote to like move the character on the screen, use the motion controls basically. I don't really know a good way to explain motion controls. Like moving your hand and the hand moving in the game. That was awesome to me at the time. But then I realized as I got more and more Wii games, that means the games would have to be more simpler. But, that's just how it works. So then I got a Wii for Christmas, or like a 6th birthday, something like that. And I still have it today, and I occasionally play Mega Man and Mario on it. Very fun games. And then I saw another ad on TV. Well, before that, I got my first handheld, the Nintendo DS. And that was great. I played Diddy Kong Racing and Kirby. Those are the Nintendo games that I had for it. And I had mostly third-party games, like Lego games. I had lots of Lego games. I loved Lego games at the time. I still do. And I was like, those were my favorite games back then, those Lego games, because I played with Legos as a kid. So I wanted to play video games about Legos. So I got a Nintendo DS, and it was cool. Then I dropped it, and the front screen is halfway gone, but it still works perfectly. And so, yeah, and then I saw another ad on TV called, it was a trailer for Halo, and I played Halo on the original Xbox, and I was like automatically hooked, just purely because of nostalgia. And I played it. I saw the commercial. It was for ODST, I think, and I saw it, and I was just like, wow. And for the next 3 years, I was debating for two things: a cell phone and because the original iPhone, I think the iPhone 3G came out at the time, So I was just like, dang, this stuff looks awesome. But I was trying to get a cell phone and an Xbox 360 throughout the next 3 years. And then finally, when I was 10 years old, I was about 7 when I had my DS, so about 3 years later, I was 10 years old. I got the system, and it was awesome. It was after a long day of camp, and I got it in the mail, and it was cutting edge to me at the time because I had the Wii. And I did see PS3 a lot on TV, but while I was deciding which one I wanted, I got the 360 nearly because of the nostalgia, as you know. But the PS3, it seemed like it was getting a lot of bad reputation, and the Xbox is kind of like reigning supreme over the PS3, and so it was kind of like I'm gonna get the 360 and not the PS3. So yeah, when I got it, I played Minecraft and lots of racing games on it. And then later, I had it for the system for about a year, and I see another ad on TV. It was E3. It was like one of the last G4 shows I ever watched, because I think it was. I think it wasn't even G4. It was called something else. But it was on the same channel number and of G4, and it was an E3 showing of the Xbox One. And at first, the name sounded confusing, and I've seen, and it looked awesome. And it was like the new Xbox 360, and I was just like, wow, this thing looks cool. It could do all this cool stuff that I want, like watch TV, play games, play 2 games at once, and do all this other insane crap that you can't do on the 360. And it was $500. And I was like, but the Xbox One was already out at the time. I just rewatched an E3 presentation just to see it, and I've seen gameplay of Sunset Overdrive ahead of time after it, and so I'm sitting with my grandmother and my dad one day, and I said, I want to get an add-on for the 360, jokingly, and then she's like, okay, what's it called? And my dad interrupts me and says, it's called the Xbox One, and I'm like, okay, let's just roll with it. And then, and so throughout the last months of the second year it's out, I say, you know, I want the Xbox One, and then an art party comes, and my uncle suggests that I should probably get the PlayStation 4, and I'm like, but the PS3 had such a bad reputation, so why should I get the PS4? It's like better load times, 15-minute record gameplay, and in 1080p res, and supports 4K that when it at launch, when the Xbox wouldn't get it until another year. And so yeah, and then better graphics just got me insane, because it was like the graphics look so good on games nowadays. So yeah, that's the guy who single-handedly made me get a PS4 over an Xbox One. And I have a feeling I've made a better choice. But, you know, to other people, it's not. But and now back to the original question. Favorite video game console? I don't know. I would have to say,
Come back when you're ready.
I would have to say the Xbox 360. No, or let me think about this for a while. I would have to say the PlayStation 4, because it's allowing me to do what I'm doing now and allow me to talk and communicate with the world, and without buying all this insane equipment to do it with. And it's a great system with great games. That's all I remaining have to say. You know, I mean, if you like the Xbox One, totally awesome. I think it's an amazing system too. I think it's just as good, but I think I made a better choice with my system getting. And, you know, I hope that if you're getting a new video game console, that you can see the pros and cons and weigh them out. So that was the first segment of Podcasterony. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video of mine. Thank you, and goodbye.